New moon eclipse in Libra, 2nd of October. We are ending karmic relationships and bringing them into balance. This card has been brought to my attention in the past few days. It's a blessing on resolution. A blessing on a resolution. Where have you learned to do with relationships certainly the past 18 months, but even longer than this? We are linking this new moon to the South Node, which is our karmic balance. It's in the sign of Libra. Libra is union, balance, contracts. It's the scales of justice. It's an air sign, so it deals with the communication and our mind. It's ruled by Venus, the goddess of love. Now this new moon is linked to the previous eclipse cycles 6 months ago. Eclipses can always have a bigger impact. So the last 6 months, you'll have been experiencing some kind of injustices. You've been getting triggered. You have come up with a lot of challenges to do with your relationships, to figure out who you are. But these are close relationships with yourself, with your family, with your relationship with love, partnerships, siblings, family. I say this because usually relationships to do with Libra and Venus are our close ones, our one-to-one. But I'm going a wider field because of the rest of the astrology and what we're ending out to do and linked with this karmic energy that's closing out right now. And that is Pluto in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer. As you know, or you should do by now if you've been listening to my YouTube videos, we are ending out a cycle from 2008 to do with the Capricorn areas of your life. Whether you are a Capricorn or not, we have been undergoing big changes about how we feel stable in relationships, work, with money, family dynamics. The opposite sign of Capricorn is Cancer. Capricorn is said to hold the father archetype and Cancer the mother. Now this doesn't have to be literal, but it can be. But this is about the masculine father energy, ancestral lineage, and this is about the mother, feminine. So where we give and receive love, where we have our first relationship with our parents, that's how we are brought in to set our stability and foundations. Looking at how our parents related to one another and what ancestral wounding they were bringing on. Now, for those of you that I view in my channel and have been brought here today, you have been chosen to break an ancestral cycle. And this is where the book stops with you. And this is where this eclipse energy is coming in to say, it's time for change. Now, if this is not resonating with you guys, thank you for watching. There's lots more tarot readers out there that might give you a different take on this new moon. But this is a biggie. This is finally coming to some kind of resolution. Some relationship dynamics you needed to see where you were holding a lot of fear of rejection, abandonment, discord, injustice. It's a soul contract that's coming to a close right now. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to happen on the 2nd of October. This could play out for the next few months, certainly till the end of the year. Most certainly till the 19th of November when Pluto finally ends its cycle in Capricorn, that father line. The South Node is our karmic lessons. That's also in the sign of Libra. And I also want to mention a point in the sky. It's to do with a point around our Earth that's connected to an asteroid called Black Moon Lilith. I think it's an asteroid, forgive me. It's just a point in the sky. Now, Lilith was the first wife of Adam in the Garden of Eden. And she was cast out because she didn't conform to Adam's needs, wants, desires. They weren't equal and they weren't balanced. So she stood up for herself, and in doing so she was cast out of the Garden of Eden. This is one of the mythologies that I associate with, and I can see where this is playing out right now in our world of this masculine and feminine imbalance. Now remember, we hold masculine and feminine within all men and women. It's where we've been separated and it's been out of balance. And this has been cascaded down our ancestral line. So Black Moon Lilith, or Lilith, was cast out of the Garden of Eden. Hence Adam and Eve. Eve then came in, took over her role, and succumbed to Adam's wants, needs and desires, to her own detriment. Well, I always say, more fool Eve. But unfortunately, this is how life has been co-created, with an imbalance in the masculine and the feminine. It's been a very masculine, patriarchal, domineering energy. And this is what's coming up right now, where we're standing in our equality, in our compassion, our peace, but from a place of fairness and justice. Okay guys, I'm going to go into my tarot. I'm going to go into some oracle cards, and let's delve a little bit deeper. I pulled a few cards before I came on camera. I'm feeling out of peace with this eclipse energy, but before we get to the peace side of things, there might be some endings coming up to bring in that peace. Remember, you cannot heal what's not revealed. And I pull the elements. Now, the elements are fire, air, earth and water. If you have these in balance, it's the whole. And this says there's powerful, protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical and emotional elements that are at play here that want to try and bring in some stability. I also pulled this one, which I feel is relevant. We're breaking bad habits that have been passed down, some habits of thoughts and beliefs and cultures. We're breaking these bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health and letting go of our vices. This can also relate to the way we are with our body. There's a lot of energy coming up, especially because we are now moving from the Libra and Aries eclipse portal into Pisces and Virgo. More of that at the beginning of the year. We go into a new, the nodes of the moon shift, and that's what are associated with the eclipses. So for the last 12 months, 18 months, by the time the shift, we've been focused on Aries and Libra traits, which is about self, Aries, and Libra is others. Aries is a self-identity and Libra is about balance. So we have been healing some self-identity wounds, and we will be for the next few weeks, especially after this new moon, because it wants to bring in that new energy. But it's where you can put into a new energy of all your things that you want in your world, and you'll know what they are because they won't feel right. So if there's any habits that you need to change, any negative thinking, the people around you, the choices of food, anything like that that's going to bring you into more of a balanced mental, spiritual, emotional and physical well-being, are going to come up with this energy. And as I say, as the more we get into January time and we get into this Pisces and Virgo energy, that's going to be front and center. So a lot of things to do with our health is coming up, and I think it's for our own protection. It's our own self-responsibility, self-accepting of we are responsible for our own doing, our own thoughts, our own body, and breaking those bad habits. Now, I'm not going to go too much down that line because I want to bring the energy back to this new moon in Libra. Okay, so we are ending out and balancing out karmic relationships. Let's get into the energies, guys. We're going to go into my Moonology deck. I also want to say, 6 months ago, I recorded the full moon eclipse in Libra, and I time-stamped them all and give you all an individual message. Now, this is what's coming to a culmination. So we're finishing out this Libra energy. So remember, eclipses are about 6 months, but I feel that full moon in Libra in March time, was the beginning of something. And now we have the eclipse tomorrow, the 2nd. I'm recording this on the 1st. It's ending out that. So if you go back to that video, I'll link it in the description box. And I give you all my sun signs, individual read of where this might be happening. If you feel drawn to, please do check that out. Okay, let's get into my moonology. New moon in Libra. What do we have? New moon. We are balancing spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Now, there's that Pisces energy I've just been dipping into. So it obviously wants me to go there. So the last full moon was an eclipse and it was in the sign of Pisces. As I say, it's opening up that Pisces Virgo eclipse energy that we're going to be going into in the next set of eclipses, which is going to be January, because we're in brand new energies by then with the nodes of the moon. So this wants us to balance spirituality and practicality. It wants us to go more into our higher compassionate energy. Pisces is that compassion. On the lower vibe, Pisces can be a people pleaser. So it's getting that balance of being practical, putting the boundaries in, putting the work in. And it's also getting that balance with spirituality, meditation, solitude, and boundaries on your energy. Protecting your energy. Let's see what else is coming up with that. We are. Be bold and make the first move. Now, cardinal energy. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Be bold and make the first move. There's something that you've learnt, and I'm going to link this with Aries energy. I'm going to link this to our personal self-identity, where we can be compassionate but be strong with our boundaries. This is what it wants you to do. Come over and make some kind of resolution. Remember, we pulled this energy here. We're being blessed on a resolution where we can be strong in our feminine power. A little bit like Black Moon Lilith. No. Saying no is one of the biggest self-care boundaries we can put in place. But speaking from our heart, you can see she's got a dagger there and it's over her heart. She's protecting what she loves, but she's doing it from a place of compassion. You can see one side she's got armour on. It's interesting, on her left side, which is her feminine, and her right arm is naked. But that's where she holds the dagger. I feel like we've learned a hell of a lot these last 18 months, but more certainly in the last 16 years, to do with relationships, family, career, our self-identity, where we now know who we really are. And we can speak from our heart, but not in a reactive way, not in an unhealthy, masculine way. What else do we have? Don't let pride get in the way. Well, okay, so here we go. Leo is the lion. Leo rules the heart chakra and it rules the solar plexus. The solar plexus is our masculine. It's our life force energy. Now, if we've been giving our power away through fear to other people, places and situations, we can become fatigued and drained and vulnerable. So Leo then shuts down its heart because it wants to protect it from being hurt, because it knows it hasn't got the strength. So it goes within. It suppresses its energy and it gets defensive. So where in your world have you felt this with people around you, whether that's at work, friendships, partnerships, family dynamics, where you have feared that union? Remember, Libra New Moon is about union, relationship. Your first ever experience of relationships comes from your caregivers, your mother, your father. Is there any ancestral wounding that you are carrying that's not yours, that we need to let go of with this new moon, where we are holding on to that pride out of a fear? So we're closing ourselves down from creativity, from love, from abundance, from happiness. and we're keeping ourselves small. It's time to breathe out. It's a time to breathe out with this new moon. So then maybe just bear with me. I'm just going to shut this door, guys. Sorry about that. I have a naughty dog. So time to breathe out. It's time for solitude. It's time to look and take a step back. If things are coming up right now and they're a little bit overwhelming, it's time to breathe and say, what is this I need to breathe out? And I'm getting the analogy now, or the vision in my mind, where we're doing breath work, where we are breathing in what we want. So say, for instance, peace, calm, compassion, wisdom, what we've learned from this past 16-year cycle, from the past 18 months, wherever it might be for you. But what you're breathing out is what you no longer need. Fear, resentment, anger. What else do we have? Here's the Capricorn energy. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Healing those controlling masculine energies within us, where we've kept ourselves small, closed off. But now the relationships have been in, you've learnt the lessons, it's now time to release them. Let's delve into a different sign. Let's delve into a different energy. Where am I going? I want to just pull a Zodiac's card and see what the planets have to say. What energy is influencing this? New moon in Libra. What energy? Okay. We have the 9th house, which is broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or a long journey. Now, the 9th house is where Jupiter sits. It's Sagittarius energy. So this is about getting on that horse and galloping forward, broadening your horizons. But where have you been in this defensive masculine energy? Where are you holding yourself back? Where are you walking on eggshells around certain situations, around people, dynamics, whether, again, because there's a fear there. And it's all to do with this, bottom of the deck, 4th house energy. Your home, the roots of your being. Home, children, motherline, family. So the 4th house is where Cancer lives. Again, that's the opposite sign of Capricorn. I spoke about this earlier. So there's a big influence here with this new moon, where we're ending some ancestral patterns. And you know, I go on about this all the time. Wow, look at this. So when I split the deck, we've got the 2 of Cups and we've got the Lovers, union. And number 11's coming in. And on this day, the 2nd of October 2024 adds up to 11. 11 is the master number. But it's also the number 2, which is about union. The masculine, the feminine, the yin, the yang. We are healing the separation from our heart. Because we've closed that down, it's now time to come into balance. See what the tarot want us to know. If you're liking this, guys, do hit that subscribe button, and you can share my videos, comment. I do appreciate that. Okay, what do we have here? We have 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, fear of rejection, abandonment, I'm not good enough energy. The 7 of Pentacles, which is working hard. And you feel like you might be a little bit stagnant right now. The 7 is not yet a 10. In the minor arcana, it goes from 1 to 10. 7 is worked really, really hard at something. This is practical work. And you're looking at it and think, right, now what? What do I do with all of this that I've worked practically for? There's a different direction that you're going in. I feel like you're looking at a situation logically, practically, possibly in fear of this energy. This is the fearful energy. I am not good enough. It'll never happen. What if? But the Page of Wands is here. And this is saying there's a brand new beginning. There's a brand new you waiting to birth. This is fire energy. Fire is about I'm getting Aries again, that cardinal, pushing forward, strength, gaining some kind of wisdom and strength from whatever adversity you've been through. This is a hard-working energy, the Seven of Pentacles. It's Saturn in Taurus, where you've had to learn lessons. Saturn always teaches. You've had to learn lessons through the practical side of life. Things weren't handed to you on a plate. But there might be something now where you're needing now to go more balanced into that feminine. Of being open to receive the more intuitive energy and letting some kind of old insecurities go that are stopping you from getting to the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is wish fulfillment. Everything you need in this practical world. Okay, what else do we have? What else do we have? We have the King of Cups. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Interesting because this new moon is linked to what they call a water grand trine. It simply means all the water signs, the zodiacs, are linked to this, the axis of this, it's connected to it, to this new moon. Water is our intuition. Water is purifying. Water is spirituality. Water is our feminine emotion. So there's some kind of compassionate wisdom that you've gained from whatever it is that's ending out right now, and it wants you to go into the King. The Kings have mastered something. Let me just pull a few more. You've mastered the Seven of Cups. Now this is Venus and Scorpio energy. And you can see here the shadow. You've gone into your shadow. And you've had to learn through all of these various emotional experiences. Some of them good, some of them not so good. But they were all there to teach you something. That's why it's took so long. We've pulled 2 sevens. 7-7 is going to be relevant to some of you. Again, it's not yet 10. Let's have a look. Furthermore, what do we have? Yeah, you've grown from this Page of Cups. So the Page is not yet a Knight, and the Knight is not yet a King. But we've pulled the King. So you've gone from the immature masculine to the mature masculine. That's what it wanted your attention. To heal some of these masculine, immature. And when I say immature, I don't mean that in a derogatory term. This is just some probably childhood wounds that you've had to deal with to try and mature your masculine energy. Remember, don't let pride get in the way. This is what it was teaching you. Because when we are up against challenges and the people around us in our close-knit circle either abandon us, reject us, or we have that fear of, the only place that we can go is internal. And that's what the key has been. So you can be surrounded by the biggest family, but feel so lonely. Because it wanted you to go within and figure out and mature some old wounds. It wanted you to heal something to do with the masculine line. That's where the energy is coming in. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. Remember, we pull the 9th house, where Jupiter resides. It governs the 9th house. And that's where things are going to turn in your favour. It's going to expand. But you couldn't expand from a immature masculine. That's not what we're evolving. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, where everything is equal, give and take. Remember what Black Moon Lilith wanted. What Lilith wanted was equal, masculine and feminine, but she didn't get it. She was kicked out, she was rejected. She was suppressed as a feminine for wanting this balance. And this is what's being restored. That's what we're healing, Temperance, more Sagittarius energy. Now, there's something relevant coming in with the, it's either the new moon or the full moon in Sagittarius, the end, 30th of November. And why I say this, I heal, I do private one-to-ones from my home in the UK, and I've been doing a lot of work with my clients, and the energy is coming up about this Sagittarius new moon on the 30th. Luck is on your side. Jupiter is the beneficiary. Now, by the time we get to this 30th of November, Pluto will have gone and finished its cycle. It finishes on the 19th of November in Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. So this cycle will be done and dusted. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn teaches you harsh lessons, but he rewards handsomely. And I feel like for those of you watching this channel, for those of you that resonate with being a light worker and you've sticked around for 25 minutes so far, so well done. You're going to start reaping some rewards, I feel, from this. Oh, yeah, you've healed from the devil. Capricorn energy. Just a minute, guys. I need to pull the next card. Yeah, there you go. So we started off with the king. And we've ended out here. The last card is the queen. So here's divine, sacred feminine, sacred masculine. Brought into balance, but we had to release. We had to fight the devil. We had to learn the hard way to get that union within ourselves, to get that equal give and take within us, that self-love, self-care, that emotional, the water element. Wow. Okay, guys. There's the star. Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. Pluto is dipping its toes, as I say, back into Capricorn. 19th of November. It goes into Aquarius for the next 20 years, where we are going to transform into a whole new world. That's cliche, but that's what I feel like this energy is doing in this. And this eclipse is saying this is the final push. What's coming up between now and the 19th of November, it's done. It's released you. It's freed you from something. And it's the union of your masculine and feminine. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this reading on a blessing, another blessing card. These are Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. And they're really powerful energies right now I'm working with these cards. Let's see what wants to come up. Blessing of Fire. So there's that fiery, motivational, again, fire energy is those... I'm sidetracked because I've seen what the next card is. Fire element is Sagittarius. Fire element is Aries. Fire is Leo. We're healing those masculine, unhealthy egos. Now, we've pulled a blessing for solace and hope. So this woman is... I'm going to hang on to this. A feminine... You can see it's snowing in the background. She looks cold. And I'm going back into Lilith's energy, where she's being left out in the cold. The feminine is being pushed out in the cold. She's been rejected from everyone and everything. She was rejected from the Garden of Eden, theoretically speaking. But you get the gist of where I'm coming from with this. So what relationships where you felt as if you were healing wounds to do with not fitting in, rejection, feeling left out in the cold, not good enough? This is where solace and hope can come in, where you've had to go into yourself. Remember what I was saying earlier, where when you get rejected and you don't feel safe around your closest tribe, the only place that you can go is within. The solace, and that's where you'll find the wisdom and the hope. Now, this card has been coming up so much. A blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. And I've been sat with this energy and I think, crikey, this is a deep energy. I'm not fearing this, and it's a death and a rebirth. So eclipses are all about eclipsing things from our world. And I always feel when your time it comes for us leaving this earth, you will do. But it's a blessing for those who have come. And it's also a blessing for our ancestors that have come before us. Because I feel like this is a big cycle, a big karmic cycle that we, you, I, that are watching this and resonate with this, are healing out that cycle. And this is where the wheel is now turning. And our ancestors are here to say thank you. And it's a blessing for those that have come before us, but also the ones that are nearing now to their final breath. Wow, this is a very deep energy, guys. Okay, I love the energy here. Anything else before I go? Anything else? Let's pull a final making magic. Final making magic. Yeah, I really have to reiterate, don't fear. Because when I first read it, I thought, oh my goodness. And then you go into that fear element of that final breath. But it's basically saying our ancestors that have come before us, it's the final breath. It's breathe out, remember. Remember, we're breathing out what our ancestors wanted us to heal and learn. Breathe in what you want and what you desire. Peace, love, compassion, abundance, unity. And breathe out all that's kept you separated from that. That peace in your heart. Let's have a look. Making magic. What do we have? The power symbol. We're cleansing, we're purifying and protecting the physical body. This is where I feel like the water's coming in. We're cleansing out some deep energies. Breaking free from some bad habits. So if any of you are watching this and you're not drinking enough water, that might just be something that you're needing right now to just help you ground. Remember, this new moon is connected to that grand water trine. We're purifying. We're purifying that old ancestral lineage. What else do we have? It's time to shine. Beautiful energy creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. One final message. Ooh, I have to take that one that flipped over. And this is Awen, 3 rays of light, balancing the male and female energies in peace and harmony. Wow. So these cards have power symbols on them. And you can see the 3 rays of light. And I always associate 3 as the powerful co-creator. It is the masculine and the feminine coming together with spirit. And this is your masculine and feminine making peace and harmony. Okay, guys, have a great new moon. Don't forget, I have... Oh, prosperity was next, guys. There's your reward coming in. Check out 6 months ago the message I gave to each sign. If you want to, I'll link it in the description. Happy new moon in Balance Libra. May peace and love and prosperity shine upon you guys. Take care.